Weather watch alert mode. We are watching the potential for some storms to develop over the next several hours, some of which could be strong and possibly severe. And just about 10 minutes ago, the National Weather Service did issue a severe thunderstorm watch. That's for everywhere you see shaded there in yellow, Metro DC and surrounding counties until 10 o'clock this evening. A bit more of a stable atmosphere off to our north and west. So while I do still think we'll see some scattered showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms, they don't run as great of a risk of becoming strong and possibly severe. But everywhere where we do have that severe thunderstorm watch, we could also see some severe thunderstorm warnings develop as the afternoon and evening wears on. So keep in mind, a watch means there is the risk for hazardous weather. The potential is there. It's the time to make a plan in case you do see any severe thunderstorm warnings issued in your area, because once that warning is issued, that means that the weather is occurring or imminent, and you want to make sure you take action, check in with loved ones, everyone within that severe thunderstorm warning area, to make sure you are protecting lives and property. Now, where they issued this severe thunderstorm watch coincides very well with where the Storm Prediction Center has had us under a moderate risk for severe weather, really right along Metro DC, right along the 95 corridor, and points south and east. You can see just off to the north and west of the district, a really low risk for severe weather. Again, the atmosphere just isn't as primed to see some strong and severe storms develop. And to fine tune this even more, I think really southern Maryland over towards the eastern shore and parts of central and eastern Virginia run the greatest risk of seeing any severe weather as we head throughout the afternoon. So here's a really wide look at radar. We've been watching this storm system over the past several days. It is part of the same storm system that did bring those devastating tornadoes to the middle part of the country over into Missouri yesterday, that unfortunately led to a few deaths early in the morning. But as it continues to move toward our area, the important thing to note is that it will not be nearly as strong. We are not talking about the same type of destruction. The risk for tornadoes incredibly low, all but off the table as we head throughout the evening, and the storms will be scattered. Not everyone will see a thunderstorm as we head throughout the evening. So again, here's a wide look at radar, and down into southwestern Virginia, we already start to see a few severe thunderstorm warnings popping up. Some of these storms packing a bit more of a punch. The biggest threat in any strong or severe storms this afternoon will be locally damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour and possibly some small hail. But as we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see we're still pretty quiet here. We're starting to see, I guess, one little downpour popping up down off to our south and east. And this is what we can expect to develop here over the next several hours. So here's what we'll be watching as we head into the afternoon as these storms develop. This is a look at CAPE, our convective available potential energy. It's one element that we look at when it comes to thunderstorm potential. And you can see right now most of our area shaded there in that color of teal. That indicates a stable atmosphere. But as we head throughout the afternoon and evening, we start to see some more of that green shading appear, indicating a more unstable environment. Now, I stopped it here. This is right around 6 o'clock because I think this is when we will start to see some stronger storms develop. We're still not looking at the best setup for severe weather, which is why, again, we're kind of in that moderate risk for severe weather with the Storm Prediction Center. But where you start to see those deeper shadings of green, again, down into southern Maryland, parts of the eastern shore, that's where we have the best chance, I think, to see some of these storms become strong and possibly severe. So let's take you hour by hour here using Futurecast. We're going to take you all the way through Friday because we could see a little bit of rain tomorrow. Nowhere near the storminess we're talking about here over the next several hours, but a few showers possible as we close out the work week. So keep in mind, Futurecast is just one particular computer model. It does not pinpoint where it's going to rain and when, but I do like the idea that here we are right around 5 o'clock as you're joining us for WUSA 9 News starting at 5. We'll start to see a little more activity popping up on radar, and you see some of that shading of orange and even red. That's indicating the potential for some heavier downpours. So this is during the evening commute. Plan ahead now that you might encounter one of these isolated showers or downpours. Everyone at an equal risk of seeing a shower or storm as we head throughout the evening, but notice they are still scattered. Not everyone will see a shower or storm, but this is right around 7 o'clock. We start to see the activity becoming a bit more widespread, and new this afternoon, this model, which updates every hour, has kind of pushed back the timing of these storms, really starting to fire off right during the end of the evening commute and right around dinner time. So here we are 8, 9 o'clock. We start to see, again, some more widespread showers pushing east of I-95. You see more of that shading of red, indicating the potential for thunderstorm development, while areas off to our north and west, I think you get the showers and any downpours out of here pretty early. Say after 7 o'clock, you'll be in the clear. The storms will last the longest for areas east of town. This is right around 11 o'clock as you're checking back in with Topper. I do think he'll be tracking a few lingering showers, no more storms once we get to the 11 o'clock hour tonight. And then overnight, will stay mainly cloudy, but also mainly dry. This is right around 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. You can see a little bit of light green there on Futurecast, indicating a bit of drizzle possible. I think that's the more likely scenario as we head throughout the day tomorrow. Not necessarily widespread showers, but just kind of a dreary day, overcast sky, some light drizzle. And then as we get closer to lunchtime, you can see a few more steadier showers starting to creep their way a little bit farther up to the north. This is a trend we've been seeing throughout the day today for this area of low pressure to come a little bit farther north, bringing us some scattered showers that could stick around through the late afternoon and evening hours as well. And then as we head into the weekend, Saturday still looks pretty gloomy. Not as wet as tomorrow. I don't think we have the showers and drizzle, but it still does look mainly cloudy as we kick off the weekend. We'll bring some sunshine back though for Easter Sunday. So here's what we're talking about in terms of threat for this afternoon and evening. Rain a high threat, and I say that because again the timing here is centered right around the evening commute, and where we see those heavier downpours and thunderstorms develop, that could quickly reduce visibility. So plan ahead now. You need to give yourself a few extra minutes if you plan to be on the roads this evening. Wind, another concern for any storms that do become strong and possibly severe. We'll also watch the potential for some small hail to develop in these storms. I think that risk really is for areas east of 95, and again, all but off the table the risk for a tornado. There's a little bit more spin, a little bit more wind shear in the atmosphere over toward the eastern shore and the Delmarva. It's kind of a similar setup to what we saw just this past Saturday. So, of course, we're tracking these showers and storms ahead of a cold front, which will bring in colder temperatures as we head toward Friday into the weekend. Tomorrow, a lot of folks will stay in the upper 50s, low 60s for DC. And then Saturday, it is just downright chilly. Some of our computer modeling hinting at temperatures staying in the upper 40s. I don't think it's going to be that chilly, but plan on temperatures in the mid to low 50s for Saturday with cloudy skies. We do bring some sunshine back for Easter on Sunday. And then as we head toward next week, temperatures do look to get milder day by day. By the middle and end of the week, we'll see temperatures back in the mid to upper 70s and then could be back in the 80s for Friday into Saturday. So we'll keep a close eye on how temperatures trend over the next several days. But a reminder that temperatures in the mid 60s is closer to where we should be for this time of the year. It's just been so exceptionally mild that it's going to feel much cooler as we head through the next couple of days. Now, the good news with this rain is hopefully it will wash away some of the pollen, because today, once again, tree pollen incredibly high. We also got a moderate detecting of mold. Grasses and weed are low as well. You know, if you suffer from seasonal allergies, that it has been tough over the past several days. So one, the rain again should help wash some of that away, and then as we head through the next several days, the cooler temperatures should hopefully keep those pollen readings at bay as well. A look at the 7-day forecast. Again, we're looking ahead to Easter Sunday here. If we could fast forward through Friday and Saturday and get rid of the clouds and the really chilly temperatures, Easter Sunday is looking pretty nice with temperatures back in the low 60s, so still a little unseasonably cool, but we'll have plenty of sunshine for any outdoor plans. And the next week right now looks pretty spectacular. Sunshine on Monday and temperatures that do gradually get warmer back in the mid 70s by Wednesday, back near 80 degrees by Thursday.